Very good afternoon to all. Thank you for being here today. Welcome to Tally CA Connect. So our expert for today is Mr. Rajendra Mithari. Rajendra sir, as always, have the best ideas to discuss at this forum. And with the financial year ending, he advised that we can take the session keeping in mind that what needs to be taken care of while we do the year-end book closing and what needs to be configured or set up for the New Year books. So, Rajendra sir, thank you for this brilliant idea. I'm sure will be very useful for our audience and people who are asking for the recording. Yes, we will share the recording. If you're not part of our CA community, I've shared the link in our group. So please do join through them. And in our YouTube channel of Tally Solutions, we have a playlist called Tally CA Connect, and all the videos gets uploaded there. Yeah, so without further delay, thank you, Rajendra sir, for taking out the time for our CA Connect. Over to you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much. What we are going to learn in this session is all over about year ending and fresh new year starting. So here some few key points I have written in my Excel. So first, we are going to check how to handle trial balance export from one company to another company. So that is normal practice, but there are few cases. One example I am taking here. Suppose currently the year financial year is 24-25, and now we have data which is not finalized, but 23-24 is finalized in September 24. Now what happens? Customer, that client user wants to set opening balances of 24-25 as per financial year 23-24. So there is a need to export closing balances to the current existing data. So here I am going to share you how it is possible by three ways. So there are certain cases. First, what you have to do, I'm just adjusting my screen here. Just a minute. Yeah. Yes. What you have to do, first understand in which company you have to import the trial balance and from which company. So assume this is the company which is for 24-25, and now I want to export my trial balance of 23-24. So just change your period of that company, go to export, and in export just you have to open here trial balance. Directly you can open here display trial balance, then you can go through export. Otherwise there are many ways you can go to and you can open trial balance. Here current is the current report, which is trial balance. Select, then here configure. Here you have to select. See, this is for displaying and as well as to exporting. So for example, here I can say I want to view opening balance. These type of options are there. These are normal requirement. Transactions with net debit credit, then closing. Okay, these are for displaying purpose. And now here we are going to select export by XML. And here you can see on which drive, local drive. Here you can choose your directory. So I can set here E drive, for example, and E drive the name is demo trial balance. That is possible. And suppose this trial balance is exported. What happens? The trial balance is going to in XML file, and in another company you can go to import and you can import the trial balance. But problem is that when you are going to import trial balance, see, trial balance of current year and trial balance of last year may have some differences. That is the problem. So what happens? Chartered accountants or any user or any auditor is going to export this way. Problem is that your trial balance grouping may be differ. So for example, printing stationery was the expenditure and someone is modified as printing and stationery in current year. So it will not match, exact match. So always you have to keep this type of flow. So I'm just sharing what is the standard flow you have to follow. You just export instead of trial balance exporting, because I found few people are transferring a trial balance to trial balance. Don't do that way. Just export masters. In masters, you can select here ledger. Suppose you want all, always use all accounting masters, or you can always use all masters. What happens? Accounting masters means ledgers, group, cost centers, currency, everything. All inventory means items, item groups, units, SKUs, whatever is there. All masters means accounting with inventory. So if you want to export everything, you can select here all masters. Now here include dependent master. Don't miss this option. You just have to enable here yes, because suppose grouping is changed, or group is created by a new group is created by the user in next year, previous year or current year, so it should be matched. So always set here include depending master yes. Then it is asking for opening balances. So if you see closing balance of last year is opening balance of next year, so you have to enable here yes, closing balances as opening balances. Then asking for your date, for which date. Suppose I want to split a company. For example, I have proprietorship firm, and in between the year, it is converted as a partnership firm. So it may be possible that I have to export my XYZ trial balance of ledgers for a certain date, not for 31st March. That is also possible. So you can change here the dates. Then XML, local file, you can set here as earlier shown. You can set here drive. So drive is selected, and you can give a name master.xml. So always keep only 3 points here, either all or masters, accounting masters or inventory masters or all masters. Don't select only ledger. By default, the setting is ledger. Only ledger is not required. Ledger have always a group. So group is also to be imported. Okay. Then include depending master always must be yes, because the depending master may not be in your that data. Now control A, and on E drive, it is exported as master.xml. Control A and export. So you can see here XML file is there. Now, suppose it is a second company we have opened here. In option import, in import, you can select again master. Here you have to select XML, give your data file path. Otherwise, you can select from here drop down list. Here masters. And now these are three cases. What about I am telling you all? These three options are my case studies. See, 1, 2, 3 case. What happens? So I'm telling on tally screen. See, the balance is whatever you are going to export from X company to Y company. May be possible that this ledger already available in that company. Then what you want to do? Either ignore duplicate. Ignore duplicate, what happens? Ignore duplicate will completely ignore that ledger, and no balance will be updated. Modify with new data means whatever is there in your current existing data, group changed, name changed, whatever is there, that will be modified. If that opening balance is 0 and you have opening balance of 10,000, that will be replaced. And what is the first option? Combine opening balance. So suppose branch A and branch B is there, and I want to create one consolidated company, that is a C, head office C. So A and B trial balance masters will be exported, and you can select this option, combine opening balance. Automatically what happens? Ledger XYZ in A company and ledger XYZ in B company, both are having two different opening balances. Both are merged. That is called as combined opening balance. So 50 and 50 is the balance. It will be created as 100 rupees as a opening balance. So branch consolidation is possible from exporting masters and importing masters with combined opening balance. This is the simple logic. Nothing is there. And because of you have selected include depending master, you need not to export again groups, then respective stock item group, not required. Everything will be automatically created. So that is the first topic we have covered, that exporting trial balance. We have many topics, so I am just moving on next, and in FAQ session we can discuss in detail. Okay. So it is required many times that you want to delete unused ledgers and unused stock items. So suppose I am in a retail business, though that is possible that thousands of customers are coming, opening new ledgers, and again these ledgers are inactive because of no transaction is done for that ledger from last 2 3 years, and that ledger is in my database, and I don't know which ledger is empty, which ledger is having data entry. Okay. So in statistic report, here you can see all masters, but problem is that in these masters you cannot see which master is unused and which can be deleted. For example, suppose I am pressing Control Enter for the ledger and pressing Alt D. So Alt D is not usable because that ledger have either opening balance, that ledger have either transactions. So here you can check which ledgers are unused. Okay, so you can see here list of chart of account. First you have to move on chart of account, then ledger, and in the ledger you can see here basis of value. Just a minute. Ledger wise, multi masters. The ledgers, just a minute. Here is the option actually where you have to delete unused ledgers and unused stock items. So just a minute, I have to check. Otherwise, just I am taking next topic and I will share you about this unused ledgers. Just a minute, I am taking this one. Instead of that, I am taking some additional, and then this will be the pending. I will take in 5 minutes. Okay. Of the side, I have to check. Now I am just asking about depreciation in asset, depreciation on asset. So here is the option display analysis, and here you can see data analysis, and you can check fixed assets. Press Alt F1, and by default, Tally is showing you. First, Tally is not showing you any depreciation, but by default, the data is having depreciation entry. So that is opened here. But first check here below 180 and above 180 days difference is available. So what happens in income tax? We know 50% rate of depreciation and 100% rate of depreciation we can charge. And how to charge depreciation for the asset? That is the simple trick, actually, logical trick. So what you have to do, say again, I can show here. First, from where you can get this report, display, analysis and verification. And suppose that analysis and verification is not there, you can just search in go-to. If you are confusing, then here in data analysis fixed asset is the report. It is showing only consolidated summary of assets, debit, credit, deduction deduction oblique adjustments, means sale of asset or depreciation. So alter F1. Alter F1 will give you calculation of days above and below 180 days. So that is your chart of asset. Then how to calculate interest, depreciation? So that is simple trick. In any ledger of asset, you just have to go in here and select your activity interest calculation. And suppose you want to calculate only on added, press option yes for amount added. So debited amount will be considered as a depreciation for calculation of depreciation. Then you can put here depreciation at minus rate. Suppose depreciation at 15%, you can put here. So that is possible, and you can also get multiple chart. So for example, take here as a calendar year, and here you can say from 1st April to 30 September this rate, 1st 1st October to 31st March this rate. So here also you can put this type of chart. So that is possible in Tally. So it is logical aspect actually. See here. So whatever addition is there will be charged as per this logic. But this is not a big challenge for CS and consultants to calculate fixed asset for income tax depreciation. But problem is that calculation of fixed depreciation for Company Act is the main issue. So for Company Act, you can calculate uh, depreciation, proper depreciation day wise by this way. And opening balance and residual value and this type of chart is there as per Company Act 2013. That is possible. You can work from Excel or anywhere, because all assets may not be in your database. What happens, they are asking few more details rather than only depreciation. Okay, here we are telling about only calculation of depreciation. So depreciation may be calculated, considered as an interest which is by negative value. So I am putting here not 15%, it is put it as minus 15%. So we can use existing feature of Tally of interest calculation as a depreciation. And most interesting part is there, how to post depreciation at a single click for all assets. Even for direct interest, even it is useful for interest for all parties. Okay, so what you have to do here, no need to write down any calculation of interest. See here, normally what happens, normally users are doing by this way: display statement of account, interest calculation, and they are putting here interest payable or receivable. Okay, suppose receivable is there or payable is there, and they are taking here some list of ledgers and amounts Excel or any note down, and they are passing entries of the interest. So that is also not required. See again, here we have enabled fixed asset depreciation for cell phone. So I know the depreciation is 598.97 paise. So no need to keep in mind that figures. Just follow the trick. Voucher. Here you have to enter for F7 journal. Here give any date. So 31st March is date. Then right side is the option. Sorry, not journal. You have to pass debit note or credit note. So we are passing here. Suppose I am crediting the asset. So I can create here credit note. So here is the interest payable, and you can say also credit note. And you can change here, change mode, and use for interest accounting. Okay, no need to compound interest calculation, and just you have to select your ledgers. So that is a very interesting part, and you have to just pass ledger entries. You have to just select interest calculation figures, rate of interest, from which date to which date. And very interesting part is, once depreciation is posted, it will be not calculated again. So you can see here, already interest is posted. So I am using interest as a depreciation, nothing else. So no any rocket science is there. See, already posted. So it cannot be again post. So the risk is also 0. Then requirement is there. Suppose I am just opening one journal entry. So this is the journal entry, and I want to mention something about cell phone in this ledger. But where we are going to write everything in narration at the end of the voucher, narration is there. But problem is that cell phone have some different narration, cell phone to some different narration, computer have rate of depreciation is different, electricity different. So not only in journal of depreciation, in anywhere in vouchers, if you want to mention different narrations for different ledgers, and you want to print only that proper narration of that particular ledger in his ledger printout. So instead of using common narration, use this trick. Alter voucher type. One time you have to do it. Suppose it is journal, and here is the option. Provide narration for each ledger in voucher. This option always set as no by default, and the common narration option is always set as yes. Suppose this option is enabled. Yes. What happens? It is asking about each ledger you want to type some narration with different ledgers. See here, voucher. So I can use that old voucher also. Just a minute, so that I can save time here. Now each ledger is allowed to type something about. So for example, depreciation for 24-25. So I don't want to put here that type. I can put here depreciation at the rate 20, just example 20%, and 2 3 I am just completing here depreciation at the rate suppose 50%. Whatever example is there, and you can save. Now we are going to check cell phone 1 and 2. Sorry. Now display icon book ledger cell phone, and I am putting here in F12. I want to show narration. Name. Sorry, at the top narration. See, only depreciation is 20% showing here, and common narration is not showing. So no need to even enter common narration. So that is required for entries where we are doing commonly debit credits, multiple debit credits in a single voucher. So this is always asked by users. So multiple narration is possible for different ledgers. So in financial year ending and new year opening, there is requirement of grouping. That is the huge topic actually, but I am just consolidating in a few lines here. What is the grouping requirement? Check here my profit and loss account. So this is my profit and loss. This is demo data actually. So maybe features are not enabled, whatever is there, but data is demo data. So check here. In indirect expenditure, we are just taking indirect expenditure as an example and direct expenditure example. So no any gross profit is considered here, gross profit and net profit. So is option is there in F12. You can say here either whether you want gross profit or not. So suppose I am putting here yes first. Then what happens? Trading profit and loss account will be combined there. So gross profit will be there. It will be carry forward. And suppose I am not putting here. I am saying no gross profit required. Then the normal account. So all expenditure and all incomes. Okay. So what is the point? Suppose indirect expenditure is after direct expenditure, but I want this above the line. Also, it is possible that I want bank charges at my end, and I want rent at the top. So how you can handle this type of indexing? So just you have to select control enter any ledger you want. Suppose I want rent as a at the first in the indirect expenditure. Control enter more detail. Type here indexing 1. Save. So rent is the first number. I want this ledger as second number. More detail. One time task is there. Indexing 2. Control A. See first and 2 second. Same way, same way you can change. Suppose I want to change indirect expenditure. So here you can see, just a minute. Instead of indirect expenditure, we can use some more case study. See, suppose rent and shop maintenance. I want to create one more group. Just I'm putting here alter C. Okay, new demo expenses group. Okay, understand the concept. Here I am putting primary, and I am using expenses. Okay, and whether it is affect for gross profit or not, means expenses is there, but direct or indirect. So if you say here no, it will be below the line, below the gross profit line. And if you say it here yes, it will be considered as a direct expenditure at the above the line. Okay, so I am putting here no. Okay, control A, and rent is now under new group. Also I am putting one more ledger. So just I am showing something interesting part here. Shop rent, regular rent. Also I am putting here new group, save. Now the question is, see, new group is separately designed here. Suppose what happens, I am putting here indirect expenditure. What happens? So normally this mistake is done by many users. Normally they are creating multiple groups, but again they are putting that group under indirect expenses. So what happens? That group is considered as a, see here, new demo group. But I don't want this type of configuration. So because you have to enter here and then check ledgers. Instead of that, I'm putting here control enter. I'm putting here primary, and is it expenditure not affecting gross profit. So separately group is there. And suppose I want to index this group as a first. So normally users are doing, they are renaming that one dash my group. People are doing this type of adjustments, and for ledger also. So again, you can put here indexing. So indexing is both mostly important. So this is the indexing. Sorry, this is the indexing. So I am putting here 1. So what happens? That group will be at the top. So by default is alphabetical. By indexing, you can use any ledger, any group as per your requirement. So that is the simple. Actually, it is having many aspects of understanding, but we are taking few more topics, and then we will try to elaborate more. Now the requirement is maybe possible that users are doing on use data, and you are using ODBC for schedule 3 or any other corporate balance sheets. So there is an option in Tally. You can connect your Excel with your Tally. So that topic is also I'm going to cover in this session. Now just I'm putting this bar at the top side. Now see, I'm just selecting here new sheet, and what you have to do, just a minute, that bar is disturbing actually. Yeah. So here you have to click Power Query. Then you have to click here from other sources. Then you have to click here from ODBC. Then you have to click here from Tally. Click here OK. Now wait for a second. So here is the company, Smart Agency. You
Rajendra,
can,
so
yeah.
there are actually 3 repeated requests for the depreciation entry. Could you repeat that, please?
Which one?
The depreciation.
Okay, depreciation. Yeah,
Mm.
I will take it. Just a minute. Just a minute.
Maybe after this, but 3, 4 requests, actually
Yeah, yeah,
5 requests has come
yeah,
up.
yeah.
So
I will take it. I will take it. No problem. So basically, what I have done here, depreciation, what we have to calculate below and above 180 days for income tax, and secondary is for company act. So in companies act, what you have to mention, one chart is there given by companies act, and you have to mention each and every details. So for companies act and income tax act, there are two different calculations. You have to calculate by 180 days and above 180 days for income tax, and day by day for company act. So in both case, for addition of assets, you want to calculate depreciation. So what is the trick I am using? So because of there is no any option for calculate depreciation. So what I have done here, I have just altered that ledger. Suppose cell phone we have taken, and I am saying here, yes, I want interest calculation, and I am putting here that I want calculation only for amount added. Means asset addition is eligible for depreciation. Asset deduction I don't want to calculate here. Otherwise depreciation will be wrong. So if asset is deducted, then it is normally having some calculation part, from where it was purchased, how many days it is used, how many depreciation I have to reverse, XYZ calculation is there. So I am not taking that calculation here. I am just telling about addition of assets and opening balance. So here you can set depreciation rates. Okay. Now whatever amount is added before 31st September, that will be calculated as 15%. And after that it will be calculated at 7.5%. So depreciation rate is considered as a minus, because interest will be plus and depreciation as a minus. Okay. Now this is the only setting for ledger. Now how to check asset addition report? First, display, analysis and verifications, data analysis, fixed assets, press Alt F1. Alt F1. Then Tally will show you below 180 days and above 180 days asset addition. Now see here, one asset is having 38 days and others are above 180 days. Okay. So maybe 365 days, 356 days, 361 days, whatever. Now question is, asset addition, we know what is the asset addition, and the asset addition chart is with us. Now asset is with us. But how to post depreciation? In short, how to post interest? So interest posting, so normally what happens, we have many assets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe number of assets, maybe 20, 25. And each time you have to calculate and post one entry, calculate, post one entry. Instead of that, I am asking you to just go to the voucher, press F10. Here you have to just select debit note or credit note. So what happens, normally, suppose interest is debited, so we are taking debit note. Interest is credited, we are taking credit note. So suppose I am taking here credit note, for example. Okay. And what we have to do here, instead of journal, you can put here, or also you can manually add debit or credit. That is not a big problem. You have to just select here, change mode, and select here, use for interest accounting. Then it is asking you for compound interest. That is not our part. So compound interest is not required because depreciation is simple. Now it is not asking for any further party name, etc. It is asking for your those assets having interest calculation enabled. Okay. And first is always credit. Okay. So my depreciation is already posted. So suppose I am putting here 31st March 26. Sorry, 31st March 25. Okay. So check here, my depreciation is automatically connected. Suppose I am changing date and I am putting here 31st July 24. See, check, my figure will be changed. Automatically figure will be changed. Suppose I want to put on 30 September 24. Check, my date amount is actually changing. So no need to take a note or no need to take any copy of the trial balance or calculations. You have to just select here assets, figures will be automatically considered, and here depreciation account will be credited. Suppose I want to put depreciation on 20th February 25. See, my figures will be automatically changed. I am not doing anything. Tally is automatically taking care, and this facility is available already by default in Tally from all versions, ARP, Prime, all Prime versions. So for calculation of interest, direct interest, calculation of any other current account interest, calculation of depreciation, anything calculation you want to calculate, you can use this trick. Just change mode and use for interest accounting. So automatically figures will be considered. This is happen in create mode. If you are altering the entry, that is not happen. So once you are going to create any entry, you can change date, figures will be automatically changed. So next time taking more scenario on this also, don't worry. Okay, so moving on the next one. So I want to take this type of balance sheet. See, here is the balance sheet. Not balance sheet, trial balance. So I want schedule number, I want ledger group, schedule number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, opening balance, closing balance, and previous year balance. Okay, so my data is 24-25. I am just changing here period 1st April 25 to 31st March 26. Okay, and just I am putting here refresh. Right click, refresh. See, check what happens. So I am just zooming the screen so that on screen maybe it is not clearly visible. See here, opening balance, closing balance, and I don't have any note number. So how to take that? So first I am telling you how to configure this table connected to Tally. Before that I am telling here, see, computer ledger is there. I don't have any schedule number. I am just going in Tally, altering the ledger, computer. I am putting in the note like schedule number. I don't know schedule, what is the schedule for fixed asset. I am putting here 2. Again, I am putting here cell phone. I am putting schedule number 2. Again, cell phone 2. I am putting here schedule number 2. Whatever. So capital account, I can put here schedule number 1. Okay, nothing to do here. Just go inside, click refresh. Check. Capital have schedule number 1, fixed asset 2. All ledgers, if you configure one time, it will be having schedule number and its respective figures. Figures of previous year also. I don't want previous year figures. Okay, suppose I am putting here period 1st April 24, 31st March 25. Just I have to select here, right click and press here refresh. Previous year balance will be automatically 0 because my first date is 24-25. Second year will be 25-26. So previous year, then this type of setting, how we are going to do in Tally. So that is the topic. So I am putting here new sheet. See, completely new sheet is there. From scratch, I am showing here. Click on Power Query. Click from other sources. Click from ODBC. Again, I am telling here repeatedly. Power Query. Click from other sources from ODBC. Suppose you have using some different versions of Excel, then you have to search only for from ODBC. So it may be in other menu. You have to select only ODBC, Open Database Connectivity. Tally will show list of some connections, and from it you have to select a ODBC of Tally. So two are showing because I have multiple installed a Tally instance on my PC. So select anyone. Okay. Now click on the company name. See, the company name is Smart Agencies. Check in here, Smart Agencies. Okay. Now you have to select user A. Why? Because I am login by user A. Suppose you are not having user ID passwords in your database, it will show as Tally user. Now select here ledger, 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 and from that you have to select ledger. Suppose you you want stock list, so you can select a stock item. See, STOCK, stock item. So you can here only stock item. So any table you want to connect with Excel, select the table. So I want to select ledger. Click and you can select here load or edit. So load means Tally will load all columns of the ledger object. Okay, but I don't want any all columns. I want only 4 to 5 columns. Okay, there are few columns. See here, in Tally is going to show, Excel is going to show here multiple columns. I don't want them. So click on edit. Okay, now all columns are there. You have to remove, either you have to remove all or add your required columns, or you can select here, choose column is the button, choose columns. Click here. Now uncheck the select columns. So we don't want any columns. So first remove that checkbox, and one by one I am taking here. First I want ledger name. So ledger name is by name. Ledger group is called as parent in Tally. Parent. Okay. Then I want opening balance. So OPEN. You have to just type here opening balance and a checkbox. And we want closing balance. Closing balance. Okay. We want previous year balance. Previous quarter. No, quarter not required. Previous year balance. We want narration. Narration means the note. NARR. Yeah. Narration. Bus. Complete. Your data is ready. Just left side is the button. Close and load. Click. Data is ready. Now, anything if you are altering the Tally, it will be reflected here directly. See, I am again zooming it. Suppose let's take capital account. So I want to rename it as a proprietor capital account. So in Tally, suppose I am going alter ledger capital account. I am escaping here. PROP proprietor capital account. Control A, save. Here, just right click on any here and refresh. Check here. Now capital account will be not there. It will be proprietor capital account. See here, proprietor capital account. Like the same way, pass any entry in Tally. Suppose balance is 1,93,000 something, 19,30,000. Okay. So let's delete some entries. Display account book ledger and capital account. I am just removing some entries. So let's check 5 lakh. Alter D. Entry deleted. So now balance is 19,30,000. It should be 14,30,000. Press right click on table, refresh. See 14,30,000. So now your Excel is your reflection of Tally. Now what to do next for chartered accountants to mention schedules. Now you can use some, if you can use pivot table, you can use some AI based reporting, then you can use Power BI and just do schedules by this number. Schedule number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, anything. So this is very nice feature given by Tally. This feature is not in any other softwares. So ODBC you have to learn, and now the days are on AI based and this type of time saving tricks. So you have to use the tricks. Okay. So actually I am taking more features. So wait for the time. So and question answer will be there. I know some few people are sending something in chat box. Please wait for a few time. Just a minute. I am taking next topic. So this is called as trial balance with ODBC with your schedule number. Okay, with your schedule number. And you can save that file, Excel file for in the name of the company. Suppose Mr. ABC or Smart Agency. The Smart Agency, when you open Smart Agency data will be in Excel automatically. As that file is updated, your balance sheet and profit and loss will be updated. Everything will be automatically updated. Yeah. In tricks, there are few tricks I am taking, but one trick is currently required in immediately. Just I am putting here because the topic is existingly we are taking that topic. Which topic we have taken? Depreciation. Suppose the question is, suppose I want to open a profit and loss account and just for bank purpose, bank audit. So not a bank audit, for proposals or renewal of CC, because the balance sheet will be confirmed on September. 30 September. But currently I want to print that profit and loss account and give it to the bank as it is. And it is called as unaudited balance sheet or unaudited profit and loss account. You have to press Control P. And right side is the button title F7. And just give here unaudited P&L. And you can give subtitle also here, only for bank purpose. And let's check the preview. See here, unaudited profit and loss account only for bank purpose. So it is not for my GST purpose, income tax purpose, or any department. So this is also possible in Tally. You can change your title of report for temporary, for time being. So this is for time being. Same for useful for balance sheet, for any other report. So please use the concept title. This is called as title. By default, if you are going to print, it will be shown as profit and loss account. So this trick you can use in another scenario also. Just example, on this 30 September, you have finalized data, and depreciation is yet to pending for posting, or interest is not posted, or final senior staff is still not audited the data. So in that case, you can take a printout of profit and loss account or balance sheet, but change the title, because you don't know which is final and which is not final. So title changing is the very much important thing. Now again, take one scenario. Here some entries are there. I don't want to affect on my books of accounts. For example, always we are putting depreciation at the end of the year, but the management wants to know my exact profit and loss account for each month or each quarter with depreciation. Because what happens, it maybe happens that asset addition is huge, first year of the business or second year of the business, and depreciation loss may be there. So for 364 days, my data is showing profit, and on the 365th day, it is in loss because of only one entry. So whether is it possible to pass entries at the each month, and I don't want this entry in my database. So that is also possible by scenario. So one scenario you have to create. How to create? See, I have created, I just putting here alter. You have to create scenario, name it as a scenario, any name. So I have given here P&L with depreciation. Okay. And select here include and exclude. Select here include a journal vouchers, which is optionals. Control it. May be possible that auditor's fee is payable. So I have to provide my auditor's fee, audit fee account debit to audit fee account payable. In that case, it may be possible that I don't want profit and loss account with audit fee, and I want profit and loss account with audit fee. Same way, electricity bill payable and provision entries are there. It may be possible that some additional entries are there, and I want to see what happens if these entries are removed from database. Okay, so I want to create a scenario. So scenario is working like that. See, check here in journal, it is asking about optional vouchers. Control A. Now scenario is created. Okay, you have to first open profit and loss account, alter F1. Now you have to select your new column, and in new column you have to select profit and loss account with depreciation. This scenario is created. It is asking for the variance. Whether you want to check variance? No. Okay, so you can say here. So let's check first with variance. Then you can check what is the difference. New column, again new column with depreciation with variance. Now check where is the difference. So 37,000 is actual figure, 47,000 is with depreciation, and 9999 is my entry, which is optional. So you can check here. See, in depreciation only 37,000 is there, and in 47,000 check here, journal is optional. When journal entry is passed by optional flag, optional means what? You want these entries, but you want to make these entries, but you don't want to affect your books of accounts. So I don't want to affect my books of accounts by this entry. So it is called as optional. Control L is the shortcut key, and you can press here regular, see regular and Control L. Okay. Any entry you can pass by this way, and Tally will show you what is your actual figures, what is your proposed figures, and what is your difference, variance, A minus B. So that is very nice feature given by Tally. You can create n number of scenarios, and this feature also available for budgeting, budget versus actual and variance. So there are few topics available on site, also on help site and in our learning hub also. Okay, but that's just for this scenario year ending subject is there. It is required to pass some entries. Suppose just one take one another scenario. Suppose I don't want to provide interest on capital, but it may be possible that I want that entry. So that is scenario, yes or no. So if I want effective profit and loss account with that interest, with that depreciation, with that provisions, I can use scenario. Okay, so that is the very nice feature again given by Tally. So I am taking these tricks, and then last one we are taking this. I have some forgotten some key, so I am just taking this after later the tricks are covered. Okay, here. So how to active inactive users? That is the first trick. In company, users and passwords. See here, I have B is the user. Okay, B is the user, and suppose B is now not at my job. He is leaving my job. So I don't want to remove it, because suppose I am removing, it will hamper my database, because there is some entries possible that few entries are passed by B, and if I am renaming it like C, so that may be some problematic for me for reporting for few next future reports. So what you have to do, in company users and passwords, here you have to press F12 configure, and here is the option show user status. Enable the user status, yes, and now Tally is allowing you to active or inactive the user. Suppose you are pressing an inactive, then it means nobody can log in by user B, and that user will be still there. So data entry will be stopped and previous history will be maintained. So don't delete any user or don't rename the any user. You have to just inactive that user. Those are leaving your job. And please pass on these for your clients. So clients also have this problem. Cashiers are always leaving job. Then promotion is there. Cashier will become accountant. So this type of task will be there, and you have to inactive users. Okay. You can ask questions after session and just hold for a few minutes. Okay. Please accept all vouchers before auditing. Suppose you are taking a data for audit today. Itself today you are taking one data. My data is with you, and I want to audit from your side, that check my data and tell me what is the mistakes. But how we are going to audit? We are taking some sale register, purchase register. We are checking this. We are checking this, and we are taking some notes on paper. But how to mark this voucher is audited? Simply, or it is accepted. So there is an option in Tally, move and display statement of account in Tally audit. See here, display statement of account Tally audit, master wise, user wise, and voucher type wise. So we are selecting voucher type. Now let's take one example of journals. See, otherwise, let's take one another example. Payment. Payment. So I am putting here on last March month. I am going to show. Let's take a January month. It is having 5 entries. Enter. What happens? User ID is unknown because username is set after voucher entry is done. So first I am doing Control A. See, because what happens? This is demo data. Users was not there, and I have created users. So I am just assigning user A is the data entry operator for that vouchers. Okay, done. Now, when you have data in your hands, this picture will be in front of your screen, that entered by any username is there. What you have to do, first select all. Once if your audit is done, you have selected that vouchers, and right side is the option accept all or accept selected. Suppose you have query with this voucher. and you have satisfied something about these 4 vouchers. So accept selected. Out of 5, 4 are accepted. Okay. Now, suppose you are checking in January, in payment, January, there is only 1 voucher is pending, which is not accepted by you. Okay. See, 1 voucher is pending, which is not accepted by you. 5 out of 5, 4 are accepted, 1 is pending. But let's assume that customer, that user is going to edit audited vouchers. What happens? So 4 vouchers are you have audited. Okay, let's take example, display account book, payment voucher, and in January there was 5 vouchers. Out of 5, 4 are accepted and 1 was pending. So let's assume user is going in the voucher inside and he's changing something. So instead of 3,500, he is doing 6,500. This is common scenario where you cannot justify after auditing the vouchers are edited or not. One by one you can check. You can check alter Q for edit log. So that is possible. But one by one you have to check edit log. Instead of that, I want to know which vouchers are modified once I have accepted all vouchers. So here we cannot say which is modified, which is not modified by user. So but tally audit you can show you display statement of account, tally audit, vouchers, and in payment vouchers you can say 1 voucher is in altered column. Okay, so let's click on payment. So check in the January. In January, 1 was already pending for auditing, and 1 is after auditing, someone is changed it. So either you can select here by using arrow keys, you can enter here and check entered and altered. Who is entered, who is altered? So existingly for demo, I am using same user. See, now whether that alteration is accepted for you, you have satisfied with the clarification. Yes, I can select here and accept it. So that is a very nice feature given by Tally again. So what you have to do, whenever you have data in your hands, just select any voucher register. Suppose I am taking these all voucher registers, control or control shift space. I am selecting either accepting all or accept selected. That is your choice. Now use all ledgers, means you can also use this trick for masters, also for voucher types, all vouchers. And once you have accepted everything, means all audit is done. And anybody is now creating any voucher in payment register, it will be prompted by default by Tally. See here. So I am passing one payment entry by cash. Let's take any example, 50 rupees. Now check by display statement of account, Tally audit. See here in payment. So always this report is showing you which vouchers are created, altered after your audit. Suppose instead of altering, someone is deleted or cancelled their voucher, you can press F12 and tell Tally that we want to see cancelled and altered also. See, entered, altered, cancelled, and deleted. So what is the magic given by Tally? So normally you have to mention something like I I know how people are working on this type of case. People are taking profit figure, and next quarter when they are going to that company audit, then they are checking that profit figure is same or not. So that is not a correct way. You have to select vouchers and accept all. Again, same way for masters. See, ledgers are there 54. I am selecting here and I am passing here accept all. Once all ledgers are configured by you perfectly, once you have audit done and ledger is created, new ledger is created or altered, That is also shown by a tally. Again, nice feature given by tally. See, all masters are gone from here. Now, any user is going to create a ledger, demo ledger under capital account. Let's assume you can see display statement of account, tally audit, masters, check. One ledger is created after your audit is done. Enter. Which ledger is created? Demo ledger. Ask that user why it is created, why it is altered, why it is cancelled, why it is deleted. So everything you can ask once you have data. So I'm just closing this topic here. Next one is, many times you want income and expenditure account instead of profit and loss account. Previously in F11 in Tally ERP 9, there was an option income and expenditure instead of profit and loss account. So now that option is in the ledger. Which ledger? Alter a ledger called a profit and loss account. And here is the option. Here is the option. Suppose I am putting here, yes, I want income and expenditure account. Control A. Now check. Instead of profit and loss account, you got income and expenditure account. Enter. So this is the difference. Instead of net profit, it is showing as excess of income over expenditures. Next one. Okay, scenario we have already seen. This topic we have covered. Title we have seen. Yeah. Bill wise for professional is the different way. What happens if you are working for a doctor or chartered accountant or any other person who is professional, like school, training institute. So there is a trick for next year. Once you have started 1st April 2025 for a new client or existing client, you can tell them use logic. See here, one simple logic is there. I am just selecting any sale bill and I am just entering here. So what happens? Tally is always by default taking reference number or voucher number, whatever is there, reference number available, then reference number, voucher number available, then voucher number. So here you can put logic of that. So suppose this is audit fee, you can take here audit fee. That is also possible. See, I can show you company is the Vitrag, control A. Okay. And I can show you display statement of account, outstanding and receivable. See here, that company I think having okay, that ledger having paid that balance. So ledger you can see here, and I can change here, change view. Sorry, F12. I want to see cleared bills. This is of value, pending bills, all bills. Now you can see here. Yeah, see audit fee. Audit fee. So now I can check for which income head my payment is pending. Actually, it is a bill number because of the demo data is demo. So what you are putting in bill analysis, bill reference, that is your reference number, tracking number for outstanding statements. So for doctors, you can see here for case paper, you can see here for operations, OPD, IPD. Okay. Any other professional, CS or audit fee, internal audit fee, income tax return file fee, PAN card fee. So any head you want, just type here. Maybe possible that audit fee 24-25. So this way you can get for which year my payment is outstanding. That is also possible. Okay. So no need to use by default given fields. So here what we done, we have used income ledger as bill reference number. Okay. Then how to see on account payments? There is a requirement by I want to check on account payments. We have already 4, 5. Okay, I have to just move fast. Okay. So where you have to go? And also we are going to see how to block on account option. See here, again I am showing here. Just a minute. Suppose I'm passing some entries. Here is the option on account. So we don't know where is the on account option. Okay, for all parties, and how to avoid that on account option. That is also I'm going to tell you. Okay, so here you have to move on display, analysis and verification, data analysis, pending documents. Pending documents. Where is the pending documents? Yeah, receivable, payable. So any you can take here. See here, one ledger is there having one entry for on account. So this is the column. You can enter here. You can see which bill is on account. So what happens? You have to check 100 of ledgers in which on account option is selected. Instead of that, 100 ledgers or thousands of ledgers are there at a time, and they are showing respectively that which ledger having on account option. Only that ledger you have to repair. Okay, and how to block this on account option? Just moving to company menu, users and passwords. In sorry, users and password not required. Company menu, user role. Here is the option user role, data entry or whatever your created user role is there. And here is the last option is given here. Exclude on account option in bill allocation. Let's assume I am putting here. Yes, I want to exclude on account option. Yes, Control A. Okay. Now B user, I am just setting this company and I am selecting this company by user B. Now I am showing in voucher. Suppose I am putting on payment, taking one party. Just a minute, that party C here. Advance against reference and new reference. Now on account option is gone. That is again nice feature given by Tally. So on account is very risky, very dangerous for us. Bill wise details are required in GST reversal, ITC reversal. Then for schedule 3, 180 days, above 180 days data status. Also for MSME, micro small medium enterprise report, form 1, 45 days and above 45 days, etc. So in bank statement CC also you have to given some data staging. So on account is risky for this type of transactions. Okay. So gross profit by bill wise and voucher wise, we have already shown. Just a minute. I am setting that company by user B, and again I am opening by user E as admin. Yeah. Display account book sale register, enter any month, and just I am putting some more transactions. Yeah. Just right side is the button show profit. So by default, Tally showing you what is the profit earned in the bill invoice. Why it is required in this year? Because you have to check whether it is in 10% or 12% or 15% GP. What is the percentage of GP, gross profit? So in every invoice, you can see whether that invoice is having some defect. Item A purchased and sold item B. So it will be show 100% profit. So something you have to do with the data. Manufacturers are always doing same type of job. So show profit button is very important to check gross profitability of each invoice. Same way, because of every invoice having multiple items. See, this invoice having multiple items. So the profit is for the invoice. So can we check profit for each item also? That is also possible. Just click on stock summary. Just press button stock show profit. Finish. F7. Now it is showing item wise profit. Each item, how much profit you earn. Again, moving fast. Okay, physical stock entry is required. So physical stock, why it is required? See example. What entry I have done here? In F10, physical stock is there. See here, F10, physical stock voucher is there. On 31st March, I have 300 of quantity of this item. High compressor, stabilizer, high capacity stabilizer. Now, 300 quantity I want as a fix for 31st March. But practically what happens? Practically, suppose I am deleting this entry. Practically stock was 275 in database, stock as per books. But I got in physical 270 or 300 or 310 or maybe 200. So physical stock, if you want to match with your actual stock, just pass physical stock entry. So I'm just doing, suppose I want 500 as a stock, control A. Now check stock statement, it is automatically 500. And what tally is done to make it is for 500, automatically either inward or outward entry tally automatically passed. So physical stock is very important for the current year closing. Okay. Yeah. So this is also required. Suppose profit and loss. Sorry, now we have income and expenditure account. Again, I have to alter the ledger. I don't want income expenditure. I want profit and loss account. Now in profit and loss account, one requirement is there. I want to adjust stock. Adjust means whatever stock valuation is certified by director. So there is a valuation of 5,99,000. And now director is saying that no, it is not 5,99,000. It is 4 lakh or it is 6 lakhs. Okay. Then you have to just press F11. F11. Integrate account with inventory. No. Just create a ledger like stock demo. You can see stock in hand, whatever. Under stock and stock in hand. Okay. Don't put anything here. Control A. Just save. Stock demo is the ledger. My closing stock account is there. Control A. Now again you have to alter that ledger. Stock demo. And here tally is asking you opening and closing. Suppose opening was 1 lakh. Okay. And closing was 5 lakh. Sorry. 31 March. Okay. This is also possible. Also you can put here February 5 lakh. Then 31st March 6 lakh. Accept. Now check profit and loss account. See, closing stock is 6 lakhs, opening stock is 1 lakh. Changing period, opening stock is 1 lakh, closing stock is 5 lakh. So this is called as integrate stock or not. It means integrate your inventory with finance or not. Suppose I am putting here yes. Now I am putting here yes. I want to integrate stock. My previous stock will be there. After physical stock entry or whatever you have done, 5,90,000 is there. So this is stock valuation adjustments. And after question answer, I will take this scenario. Okay. We can ask questions here and we can resolve it. And meanwhile, I am showing you unused ledgers. Okay. So we can start with questions also, madam.
So let us take through the Q&A first.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Can you, beside the participants, if you can open the Q&A, I think you can, because some of them have come earlier as well. So if you have covered those things, we can skip those.
We can take it as a in question answers. Once the topic is covered, then we can take it. So we can directly start for question answer. Then those are
So can you
joined
see the first one, which is the
yeah.
Ayushi Rathod? If you can see, if you open the Q&A 310, can I export the transactions?
Yes.
Huh.
Wait.
Open the Q&A. It's beside the participants. The next option is Q&A.
Yeah. What happens? It is taking time. Just a minute. Participants. Chat option is there. Yeah.
Yeah, beside chat, there will be Q&A as well.
No, actually that option is not there. Participant and chat option is there only. So can you read for me that?
Yeah, sure.
So
So first is, can I export the transactions?
yeah. So for exporting transaction, only you have to do some export, then go transactions, then select your voucher type. See, suppose I want all accounting vouchers. So you can all accounting vouchers. Or suppose you want instead of all, if you want to export only sales or only purchase, then display statement of account statistics. Here you can select here any transactions, suppose payment vouchers are there, enter, change the period, for which period you want to export. Export button is there, alter E, current, configure, and here you have to select XML, and you have to just check here. Depending master is also always required. Okay, because maybe possible that you don't have masters in your transactions. Okay, so here see include depending masters, because what happens, in which company you are going to import the transactions, may be possible that you don't have ledger names same as the voucher. So you have to select here include depending master also, XML and transaction and control A. File name you can give here as a daybook, control A and export. So old file is there, so it asking for override, yes, enter. Yeah, and daybook is exported. Now just go in other company and import and transaction, finish. Yeah, next one.
So actually, when you were showing about the unused
Yeah,
vouchers, so yeah, so is it the only way of taking one company's master to other company? Split option also moves the master with balances. Please correct me if wrong.
okay, both options are there. If you want to move voucher masters from one company to another company, there is option. So in export you have option. See, so suppose I am taking ledger. Okay, configure. Here is the option whether you want to export with closing balance or not. Suppose you are setting here no by default, so it will only transfer all data other than balances. Okay, and suppose you set here yes, then only it is asking for date, and then try on that date whatever the closing balance is in your data, that will be transferred.
Okay. And next is GST Center GST file 13 RB close balance. I'm not sure what does it mean. We can skip this.
Hmm.
Yeah. So next is by CA Hardik Jalodra. Variance how to show in Tally.
Variance.
Variance how show in Tally. I'm not clear with this.
Variance. Okay. I
Hmm.
think they are asking about variance. See, if I am using a profit and loss account report, and here you are moving on new column. So new column, you can see, suppose I am putting any budget or anything is there. So you can select that scenario or budget here, and that is asking you for variance. So if you are if you want variance, then you can sit here yes. Suppose I don't want variance. Okay, so I can sit here no. For example, I am putting here yes. What happens? Tally is showing me variance of both profit and loss account. Okay, next.
Yeah. Payment to partners remuneration TDS section 194T. Is it available in Tally's next release?
That will be came soon.
Yeah, then. Uh, can you upload today's webinar? Yes, so webinar gets edited a little and then we will upload it in our, you can request in our CA community as well. So we'll be posting the link over there. And also if you want to go through our YouTube channel, there's a Tally CA Connect playlist. Please go through that. How to join CA community? So please look in the chat, there's a link given. Share the Excel file, Mr. Vikash Vaidhi. Sir, I think the Excel
Yeah,
file which you were used.
yeah, we will don't worry.
Yeah. So maybe you can attach that in the chat as well so that people
Huh.
can take it. Hi, sir. Can you please explain the point of delete unused account and stock items?
Yeah, I will cover it. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Huh? Here. So that was skipped by me. See, once you have selected chart of account, okay, then in exceptional report, there is option show unused. Okay. So why it is skipped? Previously it was named as unused ledgers. Show unused. So name is different. So you have to select a show unused. Enter. Now Tally is showing you only those ledgers, those are unused. So I can select here by pressing Ctrl Shift A, and you can just press Alt D. Done. Let's take one example of stock item. Chart of account. Let's take one example of stock item. I don't know which is used or which is not used. So I have to select here exception report, show unused. So no any item is there which is not unused. Okay. So this way you have to select exceptional report, show unused or show used. That's the topic is covered. Okay. Next one.
Yeah. Once explain how to inactivate user.
Yeah. So it is very simple. You have to move on company menu. Okay. Users and passwords menu. Here is the option is there, but it is hidden by default. You have to press F12 here. In F12, there is option show user status. Enable this. Even here you can use password policy also. Save. And now each user having status as a active, you can set it as inactive. Save. Now B cannot log in. So let us check by can B is login. Data password by B. See. User status is inactive. So he cannot log in. So I have to log in by only active users. Yeah. Next.
Yeah. By chance, the path of tally get deleted of last year. How can we recover it?
No, data deletion is completely. But I can suggest one solution for before deleting. I can suggest one solution for Tally have given one on help side. Uh, Cobian backup. Cobian backup tool is given by Tally, suggested by Tally. Cobian backup, what it is doing? It is taking backup for certain time. In one day, it is taking for 3 times. 11 you can take any schedule 11 o'clock 1 o'clock or 6 o'clock anytime. So automatically that software will going to zip your data folder, and now you can synchronize that folder with your Google Drive. So you can see in my computer also there is a Google Drive. So Google Drive automatically synced with my data. Always it is uploaded to the database. So once data is deleted, we cannot recover it. But second choice, second option is there also. If you are using any antivirus having one internal option, uh, they are encrypting your data by frequently. So in Quickheal also, in any other antivirus also, there is an option, and you can get that data from antivirus company also, or your hardware person also. Next one.
How to remove unused ledger masters from tally. Also, please tell about automatic calculation. So 194Q
Yeah,
in tally will be doing in the next 2nd April
yeah,
session. So, sir, you can skip the tedious part. You can take
yeah.
the first part.
And unused already shown.
Okay, done.
Yeah.
I think video will help. Can you show once again how to profit and loss head to unaudited one?
Yeah, no problem. So let's take balance sheet. So not only profit and loss, every time we have to check something new. So balance sheet is open, right? So control P for printing, or you can use by Alt P. And here you can check title. Right side is the button title. And now give here unaudited balance sheet. And you can give your title also for bank.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
And period.
to, yeah,
Hmm.
perfect. How to block on account.
Yeah. So in company menu, user roles, select your any desired role. Suppose you have created your own roles. Suppose I have created here cashier. Okay. So here is the option at the last third option. Exclude on account from bill allocation. So that is available.
Okay. In unused, does tally show those ledgers in which no entry is done and there is no opening balance as well, or just those in which no entry is there?
Yes, that is available. See, display analytical analysis and verification. Here is something is option is there. Ledger verification. See, chart of account. And tally is showing you used only in current year. Okay. account squared off, and because of I don't have any ledger which is not unused. Okay, because it is deleted for showing demo. So otherwise here Tally will show you ledgers not having transactions. Just a minute, I can create a ledger, demo GL, under capital account, and save. And here you can see display, analysis, and chart of account. See, no used, not used. One ledger is not used. You can press here enter, and Tally will show you which ledger is not used. Tally will show you which is used only in current year. Tally will show you which is used but account is squared off. See, 5 ledgers are squared off. Means debit credit is equal, closing balance 0. So that is also you can check. Yeah, next.
Yeah. Is there any way to export PDF bank statement directly to Tally? I think it's about, she's
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about import, so no.
yeah.
Yeah. How to see age-wise breakup of creditors and debtors balance for audit report?
That is also possible. Display statement of account, outstanding, receivable payable you can take here. See why receivable payable and group is different. See again I am just adding some point here. Receivable means sundry creditors also having debit balance and sundry debtors having debit balance. Both are part of receivable. Same way payable. Sundry creditors are also actually payable, but debtors having credit balance, sometime we are purchasing something from debtors. So that is also part of payable. But in group, you can select only receivable and only debtors or creditor purely. So here you can select any group. Okay, so let us check by receivables. Right side is the button, aging analysis, aging method. By due date or by credited you can take. You can give, suppose I want 5 days, 10 days, 15 days. Give any criteria. Okay, suppose you want to for audit, so you need to 180 and 0, means 0 to 180 and 180 and unlimited period. So Tally will show you how many suppliers or customers having below 180 and above 180. And also by pressing this button, ledger wise, bills. So Tally will provide you subtotal of each ledger. Yeah. Next.
Yeah. Invoice wise profit. Kindly explain again, sir.
See what happens. Suppose I am in trading business, then normally my trading gross profit is considered 10%. Suppose I am in hotel industry, maybe 20%. So there are different percentages already in market. So no one can gain more than market. So assume that my client is having, I am a CA and my client is having business with trading of cloth, and I know cloth is having 15% of gross profit as a normal profit. So I have to check whether that standard profit is maintained in each invoice or not. Plus minus 1-2% we can show. But what happens if a single invoice having 100 profit, or what happens if every invoice having 10% loss? So gross loss is called as cash loss, which is not normally expected. May be possible that user is doing something wrong. So instead of checking consolidated profit, this is consolidated profit. It may be one bill is in profit, one bill is in loss. So I have to check display account book sale register, select that particular period, and I have to check here show profit. So at least see, this is the demo data. So it may be possible that somewhere it is 22%, 27%, see 6%. So if I'm auditing this data, so I can check is every invoice getting 20%, 20%, and only in this invoice it is having 6%. So is it impacting somewhere in audit? So I have to check this invoice more carefully. So that is the point.
Yeah. Can we move on?
Yes.
Yeah. What is the use of trial balance with ODBC?
Yeah. So see, suppose what is the difference between exporting and ODBC? First understand. Suppose you are exporting trial balance from Tally. Display trial balance you are exporting. Normally what practice is done in market, you are exporting this in Excel and you are doing from Excel with your schedule 3 and whatever notes are there. Okay. But suppose after exporting data to Excel, someone is passing XYZ entry in Tally, then completely profit and loss will be changed, balance sheet will be changed, table will be changed, trial balance will be changed. So these changes you have to do manually in Excel, because once you have exported, it is not connected with your Tally database. And ODBC is doing exactly reversal of that. What happens? ODBC is always connected with your Tally. So whatever entries are passed in ODBC, in Tally, that will reflect it in your ODBC. And from ODBC, suppose you are putting, suppose schedule, I want schedule 2, and I am putting here some formula, some if by where the narration is 2. Then what happens? Tally will provide me 2 number schedules are in a particular table. And suppose this is automatically refreshed, automatically my schedule 3 will be refreshed. So everything, it is not required to refresh. And my suggestion is that you just use this data like this. See, don't edit original data. You can use this type of Excel and give formula from here. Whenever you are going here, opening your Excel file, just refresh. Everything will be automatically refreshed. Your all schedules will be refreshed. So that is the difference. And connected data is very much important. Just take one example. Because of some uh, problems or any data entry missed or any correction of data, you have altered vouchers. You have entered some few vouchers, like partners sharing of profit to partners capital account. It is done, and something is there happening in database, vouchers are altered or created and profit is changed. Again you have to change your sharing of profit entry. So everything you have to change. So no need to change everything in Excel. Directly pass entries in Tally. Automatically it is reflected in Excel. So that is the benefit of ODBs.
So, what is this Excel version? Somebody is asking.
This is 2016.
Okay. Yeah.
But maybe possible that they are not getting Power Query button in your Excel. So Power Query button is available in by default Excel. So just Google somewhere and you can get that. In options you have to enable that button. So Power Query button will get some more features. That is by default. It is not
Yeah.
modified.
Okay. Please show again. I think the repeating thing we can take it up because it's already 4:30. So let's take the new questions. So, did interest calculation same as depreciation rate?
Same. Same,
Okay.
same way, exactly same way. Rather than interest calculation is the base of actually base topic. We are using it is as a adjustment for depreciation.
Okay. So the one which you mentioned about the variance one, so they are saying that they use Tally 4.0 and they are not getting the option. So are you using TDL for the?
No, no, no. That is by default. You see, just a minute. See here, create scenario. But option is not there because of you have to select here show more, show more. So budget. See,
Okay.
now budget is there, but by default budget is not showing. See, because of budget is inactive by default. So I am pressing show more, then budget is coming, then I have to enter
Hmm.
and give name. Otherwise you can
Perfect.
type here directly BUDGET, or you can type here a scenario
Yeah.
this way.
Yeah. Okay. How to select against reference when the amount is received first and later invoice is raised at a later date?
Yeah. So two ways are there. Suppose advance is coming from any party and you are putting as advance, then check your bill number. Whatever bill number is raised after 1 month or 2 month, whatever is there. Suppose advance is received and we don't know what is the bill number, and bill number is generated after 1 or 2 months. So take that bill number and edit your entry. So you can directly adjust there, or there is option also. Suppose here in sales bill, suppose this is the sales bill, and in sales bill you can adjust here for against reference and take that advance here. That is also possible. Suppose that advance is having 100 rupees, and take here new reference. That is also possible. Both way you can do. In sale invoice, you can adjust your advance, or in advance, you can go back and put your invoice number there as a reference number. That is also automatically it is adjusted.
Okay. Uh, how to activate Tally audit in Tally? Activate.
Tally audit, see, display statement of account and tally audit. This is by default. This is by default. See, where is the option I can show you? Alter. See here. So question is right actually.
Acha,
Yeah.
you have to enable.
Yeah. You have to enable here. But
Mm.
suppose you don't have any user, admin user is not there, any user is not there, then that option will be not there. So you have to use here, yes, enable tally audit.
Okay, understood. Yeah. So, please explain table merge of two companies. I think that was covered, sir.
Hmm.
Okay. Is there any way that we don't give entries and import PDF bank statement in Tally?
That will become
No.
next.
Yeah. Please explain again invoice wise profit and item wise profit. We have done that.
Done.
Yeah. Can we round off interest or depreciation to nearest rupee?
Yeah. So that option is already given in your setup. So where you are setting interest rate or depreciation rate, there is an option for normal rounding, upward rounding. You can do it.
Hmm. If we have 3 to 4 parent level, how to import such information through ODBC?
Oh, okay. That is currently Tally has given only one parent, which is immediate parent. Means a ledger having suppose a group. So that group is only considered for ODBC. So multiple parents is currently not for ODBC.
Okay, next is how to generate ODBC file. I think we
Yeah,
have
I have
covered
given.
that.
We have given.
Yeah. Okay, for variance we have covered. Can you tell me data aging analysis process, although not today's point, please explain. I think we did
Yes, done.
cover that. Yeah.
We have done that.
Backdated and cutoff date.
Okay, that
I'm
is
not
secret
sure.
topic actually.
Okay.
Huh.
Then I
But
think we can skip. It's already
yeah,
4:30. Is it a shorter one? If you, it's a small thing.
1 minute we can show. So
Okay.
here in user roles, here is the days allowed for backdated days. Means your current date of voucher. Suppose my current date of voucher is in my company is 26 February. Sorry, 26 March. So before 26 March, how much days you are going to allow for that user? So they may be 15 days. And even though 15 days is allowed, before that days, which date that user cannot be passed any entry. Suppose I can say here 20 March. So even though it is 15 days allowed, he cannot make any entry before 20 March because my audit is done for 20 March. So this is cutoff date and this is backdated days allowed. Yeah.
Okay, done. How to create audit user we just showed. Last question. Can we select through column for generation of report through ODBC for parents?
ODBC
Can
for parents. You can
for
select
parent.
any columns. You can select any columns. You have to just click and your choose columns. You can give you can select any columns whatever you want here. Thousands of columns are there, but parent is only one. So Moon is asking for parents. So
Hmm.
it is not possible to take multiple parents. But suppose you
No,
have
that
fax.
yeah.
No,
Okay.
that is also possible. Suppose you have fax number as a empty number. Okay, always fax number is empty. So you can use fax number for your second parent and fetch that fax number in your ODBC. That is also possible.
Okay. Yeah. So I think that covers all the Q&A. The ones which is repeated, please do refer to the recordings because we are out of time. For the aging analysis, I think we have done a topic
Done.
with regards to
Done.
this at our CA Connect as well. I think it's by CA Kunals only. Please do refer to the playlist of CA Tally CA Connect. Uh, that will be helpful. And the link to the CA community is here. So any queries you have, you can put those queries, and we have experts with us in our CA community group as well, who is ready to answer your queries. We have Tally experts, we have external experts, and Rajendra sir is kind enough to pitch in whenever we fall short. So it's so great to see that even when the time is over, we have more than 200 people here, and we
Wow.
have received so many compliments on how useful this session was, and they would want to, refer it back again. So, yes.
Yeah, I'm just showing how they can get recorded webinars. So in Tally
Oh,
website, you have to select here resources. Here is a CA community,
CA community.
and
Yeah.
in CA community you can click on webinars.
Yeah.
So there are
And now
recorded
it's
webinars.
easier, no, sir. They don't even have to go to the website. It's just in the WhatsApp. You just put the Tally CA community in the WhatsApp of Tally CA community. If you just put in that you need a recording, somebody or the other will put in.
Yeah, yeah,
And
that
yes,
is also possible. Yes.
yeah, yes. So thank you, Rajendra sir, for showing up this page. And for the TDS, I think 194Q, we are doing our next session on that. It will
Uh,
be in Hindi. So please
Madam, just a
register for
minute.
the session. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just sharing that Excel also. That maybe,
Please, please, let's
yeah.
do that.
So in chat
Yeah.
box they want Excel file.
Yes, you can
Just a
attach
minute.
it. Please wait for just 2 more minutes. Sir is attaching the Excel file, which some of you have requested. So that will be useful.
Mm,
Yes, Mr. Ocha, thank you for reminding.
okay, from where I have to upload
So, just go to the Zoom in the chat box where you open. So,
everyone.
हाँ, to everyone. And
हाँ,
there's a जैसे जो document जैसा जो बना हुआ है,
है ना, हाँ, हाँ.
हाँ, उसको attach करके
From
you
computer.
have to browse. Yeah, your computer.
Yeah,
Yes.
and I think, हाँ, yeah. So Excel file
Yeah, yes.
is shared.
Yeah. I just stopped the chat for everyone. Can one person confirm if Rajendra sir's message has come to the chat? I'm able to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Yogal. I think please do not type more because it will get lost. 1 second. Yeah, yeah. Oh God.
Okay. Thanks to all
Yeah,
for watching and joining the session.
yeah.
Thanks, madam, for very
Even
nice
I'll
content.
download this file in case somebody asks me later.
Yeah, yeah, that is also
Yeah.
possible. I can
Hmm.
send you.
Yeah. Okay. Done. Okay, sir. It was a great session. As always, I am personally am a fan of your session because there are so many interesting topics which are just not out and front. It was so simple, just show more. I didn't even know that was an option. So these small things which people miss out. So these are why we need evangelists like you to help us get through these sessions. Thank you so much. It's really amazing to see. Thank you for the lovely audience being here. So I'll now end the session and make sure that the recording reaches you as early as
Yes.
possible. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, madam.